Hello everyone, and welcome back to AI for Civil Engineers channel. And here we have another prototype today, how AI can help us to read the civil engineering drawings or extract the materials, the bill of materials or a list of materials used in that building or bridge or whatever the final product is. Again, we're using Telegram, and Telegram feeding the images of these drawings to your Telegram application, and the list of material based on that drawing is going to be listed in the X sheets. Let's do a little demo for this. And here is the N8N workflow for that, and you're using the Telegram trigger. And you're downloading that file or image file that I just mentioned, and image of that drawing. And after that, you're analyzing that image with the OCR, the optical character recognition algorithm. And after that, you're feeding it to OpenAI to clean it up for you. And after that, you have like a little JSON code to parse the data in a format that you want it. And then feed that outcome to your Google Sheets. And finally, you can also send it in your email or get a response back in your Telegram application, see all the list of your items. So let's do that. This is a new bot, Blueprint AI. So for example, we are forwarding this back to Blueprint AI, and that's here you can see all the list. You see the list of all those materials related to the construction: precast deck panel, precast approach slabs, precast link slabs, UHPC or ultra high performance concrete, level plates, shear connectors, haunch. These are all the items based on that drawing. And finally, you can see here in the Blueprint AI, so the list of all those materials is also listed here under. Very important for your preliminary quantity takeoff. So you just need to know the item used in that drawing. So this is a very good tool for you to start with for your estimations. For example, this one is a little bit different, I guess. Yeah, this one is a little bit different. Forward it to Blueprint AI and wait for it. It'll go through all these workflow, and it will send it back to here. So you can see this time it also sends you a little bit of specification for each item, like precast concrete girder, the specification, standard size for bridge spans, reinforced concrete, a specification, compressive strength 4 case high. If you like this kind of application, and it will be valuable for yourself or for your organization, so please follow along this video. Hello once again, guys. So let's go through this workflow that we created in N8N. And first of all, we gotta deactivate it because before editing, so we have to deactivate it and go through all those nodes. A little bit of housekeeping for this type of example, so that we have to create a little Google Sheet here. Just name it different, rename the Google Sheets. And so the second thing, to find a good image of a drawing. So for finding a good image, which is public image of a real construction or real project. So I'm a bridge, it's all free documentation in there. So I got to the database and found for example, here, New Mexico Department of Transportation is just an engineering, civil engineering, transportation and structures package. So here you can see all this information, or choose any one page that you see here, and then you take a picture of this, or for example you snapshot it like this, for example. So then you save it into your images or photos. So the photos get added, and then so we're ready for init. And also one more thing, to create another bot. So previously we created a bot, it was called Cranny. So today we're gonna use another bot on your Telegram application on your phone. So I'm using an iPhone, so I downloaded Telegram, and from the search bar of your Telegram application, search for bot father. So bot father is this bot father. So from there you can create your bot and just follow the steps and instructions. So I created this Blueprint AI, and then it will give you a token. So you put that token, or copy that token, and put it here as in your credentials. So here, do that little pin. So go here. So this is basically my API for Telegram, and that token. So I rename it to Blueprint AI. So that's why I can distinguish it from previous one that I put a Cranny. So once you did that, and then the trigger for your Telegram should be message. Well, whenever you message your Telegram application or that bot that you just created, the Blueprint AI, then it will get triggered. All right, so once you did that and you connected it, it will go towards the next node, which is download file. It's also a Telegram node. And basically whatever the image that you sent to that bot, it downloads it. The next step, it's an analyze image. So let me show it to you here. So this is the HTTP API. So whenever you are connecting an outsourced program or application, online application, to your init, so you're using the HTTPS node. So you can use the HTTP request is this node. So the methods are different for the APIs. I'm using the API OCR.space. So this was one of another prerequisite that I forgot. You have to create OCR API, which is a free optical character recognition API. So we have 25,000 requests per month for free, and it's a pretty good deal. And the only catch is that your files need to be 3 pages if you're sending a PDF, and 1 megabyte. The whole file size should be 1 megabyte or less than that. And it's pretty much compatible with images. So image is pretty good if you're using the free tier. They have a pro tier, $30 a month, and 300,000 requests per month. So it's more than the 25,000 is more than enough for our purposes, especially for small businesses or mid-sized businesses. Even the free tier is pretty good. And Pro PDF, it's dealing with a lot of PDF pages all at once. It's $60 a month, and then Enterprise. So those are different tiers. So you can go ahead and read about this free OCR API. What are the keys out there and how this API works? So it's pretty self-explanatory. And the file type that we are dealing with is going to be JPEG. So we are using images, and this is a little backend how it works, the whole free tier and this OCR. So follow the instructions here on the free OCR, or OCR.space. OCR.space. So that's the website. and put your email, register here for your free OCR. So put your email address, first name, last name, and how do you use it. So subscribe, and then it will send you the API key to your email. It will take like around 5 minutes or so. So once you got that key, then copy that API key and paste it in here. So I'll delete this and I'll create another one because it's already exposed. So that's basically your OCR space parse images. The method should be post because that's how the API is written. And this was our previous node. We downloaded that file, the image file from Telegram. Now we send it to this OCR because we want to extract all the text from that drawing. So the URL for that post is this one, and you can see here at the end it has image. And authentication none, because it doesn't require any authentication for us. It's a free tier. Send query parameters is off, and send headers it's on. And using fields below or using JSON. So I chose this one, using fields below, because we want to enter the API key manually to it. So then send body, whatever it's here, the N8N binary file. So basically we downloaded that image file as a binary, and then we send it to OCR. Name is file, and the input is data. This data is basically this file format or the file name, data. All right, so once it's done, then in the setting, we don't change anything. So it's pretty much by default. And that's basically the result if you're sending one image or a drawing into it. Parsed results in OCR exit code and as error on processing. So these are basically the fields from the API that we will get back as a response. All right, so you got that text, and as you can see here, the text is pretty different because yeah, it can read the text, but it's all over the place. It reads everything and put them everything together with each other, which sometimes it's very hard for human to read it and make sense out of it, right? And they have a lot of punctuations and a lot of those grammatical words like is, are, am, or these other types or conjunctions like and, or, but. So those are the things that we don't need it. We just need the construction materials. So then this is why the power of large language model is being used in here. So we are feeding the whole thing into OpenAI. So here's the prompt for OpenAI that well, once you got into the OpenAI, let me go ahead and get back to it again. So this is the OpenAI, and the account, it's also it's a kind of prerequisite for this, and you have to be able to connect to your OpenAI account to N8N. If not, then these are the credentials, the API key, and that's the base URL. So this needs to be green, and it shows that it's connected. And make sure that you're using the 4o Mini. 4o Mini is more than enough, and it's the cheapest model, and it does the job. So the other models are getting pretty expensive, so that's why make sure that you're using that model. And the resource is text, whatever that you're sending to the model, it's a text. Operation is just messaging a model, and the model is that 4o Mini. And here, the prompt. What do you want the model to do? What do you want the ChatGPT or OpenAI to do for you? So you're basically giving it the prompt. Here, you're an expert or experienced construction and civil engineer. Also, your role is to extract construction materials from the attached file. Then create a list of materials based on the attached files. Your input is the following extracted text. So the following extracted text is basically that parsed text that you just got it, is just like word salad from OCR. So you got it and you're sending it in here. So this is the address for that input. So here is basically that parsed text. Then clean the text and guess the best and closest construction material item to the parsed text input. And then I added some guardrails to the large language model to be careful. And I also gave him an example. What would be the output? So precast girder concrete box with pre-stressed strands. So it's a little bit of a specification added to the item, but not too much. As long as it gives an idea, so that way it makes it ready for the quantity takeoff or see what kind of effort is needed. So I also gave him like a do not do this kind of prompt as well. Do not include extra words and items if they are not construction materials and not used in the actual parsed text. So that's a very important guardrail, because there's the name of engineers, the name of the drafters, whoever did the drafting. So those are included in here. So I said like do not include those because they're not construction materials or the construction items. So if there are sizes and weights and other specifications related to each item, add them as a suffix after each item's name within the same row. So this is also important, that little context or the little specifications for every item. So that way it gives the reader or engineer a little bit of background, the amount of effort for that construction item is needed. So this is pretty much it, and the result is here. So that's the input. The text was from the OCR, it's inputted here, and the rest of the prompt is there. All right, then that image that we sent him to the Telegram, it got parsed from via OCR and then came back to OpenAI, and this is basically the clean output, like link slabs, UHPC, and the whole different items. Then sometimes in the OpenAI model, the output is not as parsed as we want it to be. So this is why I did like a redundant parsing mechanism in here for them, like a little JSON code, just like 2 lines of code. It says return should be that input, whatever the output of OpenAI was, consider that an input. And your output should be only in construction materials 1 row item. So this is why every item gets or appended in the Google Sheets in 1 row. Previously, the whole content or the whole items, it will be in 1 cell of Google Sheets. So that's why this code is because of that, to make it organized. So here it organized all the items for me. Then it went to Google Sheets. So update database. So this is a Google Sheet credentials in previous videos, and also in the documentation in here. You can see that how to integrate your Google Sheets and Google account to your N8N. And it's a little bit challenging, I would say, to connect the Google Sheets specifically to N8N, because it needs the OAuth consent in the Google console. So it's everything is part of the documentation in here, how to connect your Google Sheets to N8N. All right. So the resources sheet within the document. So we have 1 sheet inside that workbook that we created. Then append row. Every single item should be 1 row. And the name of that file that we created already is a Blueprint AI. And sheet 1 and the column is materials. In the material column, it should be JSON construction materials. So basically, whatever we got parsed out of that little JSON code, then it has to be populated onto our Google Sheets. Setting is by default, no change on that. And then we need a little bit of feedback from Telegram that to say, okay, we received everything, and also gives us a little list of that sheet into Telegram as well. So we're making sure that, okay, it worked. And this is basically another Telegram node that we're receiving a message. So resources message, operation, send a message back to that bot or Blueprint AI bot. And chat ID, you have to put in the chat ID in there. And the text. The text was whatever was input into the Google Sheets. So that is basically the final node. Also, you can use a Gmail node in here. So if you wanted all the list of material to be sent to your email, you can use a Gmail node. So you can use that as well. So let's give it a shot. So for example, the photo that we added, this is the photo that we added previously. We just took a snapshot of that. So we're going to send that into N8N. So here, this is our bot. And this is here. All right. So I'm sending it to the bot. Okay, before that, I have to activate this and save it. Got it. So, all right, so you can see here that everything gets UHPC, and then intermediate diaphragm, epoxy, urethane, concrete, and a little bit of a specification for each one. Thickness is 0.14 inches, and type 45 beam, type 54 beam, top bars, bottom bars, a specification, 6 bars at piers and 6 bars at piers. So we can clean it up a little bit more, but you in the image that the bars that they were talking about, it's, zoom it in. So these are like bars at top and 6 inches at pier, right? So it didn't recognize the inches, so it says 6 at piers. So those are little things that we can tweak around later on, and that's because the image was a little bit pixelated. So with the better images, we can get good readings, you know, on all these items. So here, double check our Google. All right, those are the Google Sheet appended list. So you can see here the epoxy, urethane, concrete, overlay specifications. Yeah, everything is here. So let's go ahead and check another sheet. So this sheet has some notes, interior girders. So let's go and use another sheet, like for example this one, and we can take a snapshot of this one as well. So for example, I'm doing this and save it in the photos. So this was basically the image of that file, and I will put it back in here, send it as an image, and see if it works. And here, what, how many materials it can extract out of it. All right, metal railing, New Mexico, type A42, concrete cap on wing wall, and extended pulley. 4 items from here, and the rest probably it's nodes or some other extra material that they are not construction materials. So thanks for your attention, and don't forget our next video.